Hello everyone and welcome back to Idiotic Ultimara's tutorial of Gnomoria. This is episode 11. In the last episode we talked about how to create guard points and patrol routes and military in general. In this episode we will be showcasing how to make drink or to keep your gnomes from going thirsty. This drink counter shows 76. Once that goes to 0, gnomes will start getting too thirsty to drink. Too thirsty as they can't drink and they will eventually die. So you want to try and rectify this by making a workshop that helps increase the drink counter. But first, before that, considering that won't take very long, probably a minute at most, we will be going over the patch notes from 0.8.4 to 0.8.6. If you do not want to see the patch notes, if you do not want the patch notes to be read to you, please skip to the last minute of this episode. Otherwise, let's go on. So we talked about 0.8.3 last time around. This time around, we will be talking about these 3 updates. As you can see, it's also a weekly update, so yeah, it's being updated quite often. For 8.4, we had new art, added a border to solid color tile, added an alternate wireframe tile for mining, added chiseled wall floor, changed birch color and updated the table to look nicer. There was a lot of bug fixes, crash on save after armor has been destroyed in combat, crash on save after not dropping items that should have been dropped in combat, crash on save with items inside containers, crash on save with missing items still in the stocks, crash when pathing to a bed, crash with stocking items, crash items sometimes not existing on the map, merchants not showing up after loading, squad members dropping food before eating when the uniform did have a hand set to any, and general increases. Bone, skull, pet rock, puzzle box, commemorative coin, statuette, ring and necklace can now all be stored in crates. Designation placements uses the solid diamond tile. Hide the mouse cursor while placing jobs. And mining uses alternate wireframe tile with a more emphasis on the top. Emphasized top. 8.4 was more of a bug fix and an update on a lot of the art. And a little bit of a tweak to how things are done. Let's go to 0.8.5.2, which also includes 0.8.5 and 0.8.5.1. So let's go check this out. So this is what happened in the whole 0.8.5 update, which was like over the space of a week. There was 3 updates. As you can see, there are 4 bug fixes. Gnomes favouring certain materials over others, i.e. stocking dirt before clay. Gnomes getting stuck continuously restocking. Gnomes not using bandages on severed limbs that were bleeding. And items not falling when digging ramp up. So that's just a couple of bug fixes, as you can see. General, added option in settings.ini to hide the mouse cursor when selecting. I'll probably be putting that on, I kind of prefer it. Cut clippings, removes saplings. Mine jobs, select the top of the cell instead of the bottom. Optimizations for creating stock jobs, fixes performance problems with idle gnomes. Trading with merchants no longer requires items to be brought to the merchant, which is actually quite a nice little thing. And lastly, we have 0.8.6. We have new art, 1 bug fix, and quite a lot of new general things added to the game. Art is added alternate hand version for all one-handed weapons. so all one-handed weapons have a new version of them. Added raw ore, raw gem, pet rock, gear, spring, hatch, spike trap, battle axe, warhammer and leather armor all now have their own art, updated cut gen and metal helmet. The only bug fix this time around was where eggs weren't stored in anything. They're now stored in crates. And general, the new things added are added a button so you can delete saves while loading game. Added keybinds for most actions, pretty damn useful if you're from Dwarf Fortress, makes the game actually a lot easier. Added option to hide designations, that's nice, I might do that actually. Added replace wall floor action, designations can be extended. Reworked storage containers, build storage on stockpiles to use. Overall, Robobob has been busy on bug fixing, and he probably will be for quite some time. Other than that, there's been a few updates, like these containers can now be built if you go to build, there, storage, crate, barrel or bag. There's also replace wall and replace floor. So if I go to replace wall, say I want to replace these walls with stone walls, you just go like that and it would replace them to stone walls instead. Anyway, so what we were going to go on about in this episode was making drink. So to make drink you need a distillery, well mostly you need a distillery, and with a distillery you need planks and logs. As always, you go build, workshop, food and drink, distillery. This will help build what we need for it. Just click it there and I will be back when that is done. Okay, so our distillery is now being made. So what you do is, as with everything else, is you right click the distillery, which will show you this, and you can make wine or beer. Beer can be made with wheat, you make wheat with farms, and wine can be made with any fruit that you have. We have loads and loads of apples, so make most of it out of apple, which will make apple wine. Okay, be better if it made like cider or something, and like wine was made from grapes. But you just do craft wine, and just make as much as you want. I think one wine makes one drink, so just keep that on repeat. I normally just put it on repeat. It's also good to have a dedicated distiller. I don't think I have any just now. And other than that, let us showcase what else you can do to help make sure your drink never goes down to zero. You go to build, workshop, food and drink, and you build a well. The well is useful, but should only ever be used as a last resort. Gnomes do not like it, so they will use it only if there are no other drinks. So please try not to ever use it. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Sorry about the boring patch notes, but I guess some of you would like to know about it. Anyway, I'll see you later, have fun, and goodbye.